Morona Prime here yet again with another video review. This is a different sort of review. This review is over a model kit, actually, as opposed to a standard figure. This figure is the Kabaya model kit of Generation 1 Convoy, known to us in the States as Optimus Prime, as you can see here. Now, this figure comes with stickers, as it is a model, so some of the details are a little wonky looking, but overall I thought it was a faithful representation of Generation 1 Optimus. Now, just for the benefit of the interview, I, after applying the stickers, have carefully disassembled the figure once again. This is like the snap-together style model kit. It does not necessarily require glue, unless you're after something more permanent. So we'll go ahead and get started here. Here's the torso. This may look a little familiar to you. As I've said before, I've already applied the stickers. Now in here, you'll have the openings for the leg hinges. Those are the hips. You'll take the left leg and insert it there. If you're careful, you can actually get the whole thing together without really having to much trouble, which I seem to be all of a sudden having. Okay, fine, let's take the back of it then and see if that works any better. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll take the back then. Put in the left leg, followed by the right. As we get the torso itself assembled, then we can put on all the extra bells and whistles. Following then, I'll take the left arm and insert it there, as well as the upper right arm. Now there will be a diagram. I don't recall if it's in English or not. Probably not, being it was a Takara made product in Japan and not available here in the States. So the pictures aren't that hard to understand, though. Plus, if you've ever worked on a G1 Prime or fixed it, you know generally the layout of the figure. It's not a far cry from that, really, in the construct. You recognize parts for what they were in Generation 1, only on a slightly different scale. Next comes the head plate. One thing you do want to be careful of, the little tabs here on the sides are raised on the one end, just like in G1. Make sure that, let's see which way, look at the, okay, sorry, I just wanted to double check myself so I didn't screw up and tell you wrong. Make sure that the teeth are, the little teeth on the sides are facing toward the front of the vehicle, and that the raised section is on the underside. Place it in here like so. So the top of it should be flush with the top of the shoulders of the vehicle. Let's see, anything else goes on before we close it up? Nope. Nope. Okay, take this, and I have the stickers in the way, so this might take me a minute. Make sure those are out of the way. There are like the pegs here, like you'd have on Pretender shells. Be careful of those that you don't bust those off, those are pivotal. 3 pegs, 3 holes, and the whole thing should just go together seamlessly with no trouble until the head starts to fall out. Nope, there we go. Okay, cool beans. Or not. I totally just put the head plate in backwards. Anyway, as I said, this being a model kit, you'd have to bear with me. So, yeah, give me just a second. Pop this apart right quick. There we go. Flip that around the other direction. And there we go. We'll just pretend that that never happened. Popping the torso together again, the leg falls out. Nice. Ha! Oh boy. One of these days I'm going to invest in some editing software so I can make my reviews about as fun as Vangelis. Because I'm sure he probably has a lot more of those little mishaps than I ever have. Alright, so we have the basic vehicle now. Make sure you press the stickers in back in place, it having already applied. That's starting to look a little more recognizable now. So we can take the legs and the arms and fold them out, and the head, fold it up. That's giving you the G1 Prime body. Now the grill and bumper is all one solid piece. It has 3 pegs, 3 holes. It's pretty self-explanatory. You pop that in, and that's done. That looks a little bit better, I think. Next come the feet. They just pop in, hole and peg like so. One thing you'll notice is the wheels are molded onto the feet and legs. They are not separate components. But there are stickers to make them look like wheels, although the fronts and sides you may want to paint those. Anyway, we now have feet, so he can stand up. We place on the smokestacks. There's 2 pegs and 2 holes. They just pop right on. Nothing super secure, but enough to hold them in place. Again, this may be one instance where you want to think about some sort of glue or adhesive, provided you don't want to disassemble it later on. Then we can put the head on, which this is another peg and hole. This is nice though, because as a result of the peg and hole, Optimus can turn his head. And pop it right back off. That was smart. But this is actually something the original Optimus could not do without breaking the head. Because the original had the screw holding it on, plus a peg just in front of that. So you would actually break that peg to be able to turn the head. Now, one drawback, the arms. The forearms specifically. See these hooks here? Those are Optimus Prime's meat hooks. Yep, that's right. Those are his hands. They're not blue, they're not hand-shaped, but given the scale, I can be a little forgiving. The problem I do have, though, is the forearms do not pivot from side to side, only up and down. So you have a peg here and a peg here. So for transformation, you will need to remove the forearms from here and place them back on in truck mode, like so. Okay. So anyway, we put that on. I'll give you a little range of motion here. Nothing too special. Put the other arm on. And the gun, the ion blaster, you'll notice, has a couple of pegs. He will hold the blaster by the small peg. It just slips right in. You can aim the gun either way. You can turn his head to actually look at what he's shooting at, if you want, which is kind of nice. Not a bad figure. Probably not the best. But I would recommend probably picking it up. It's a nice display piece. Give you a little comparison. Here's the 25th anniversary Optimus and my vintage piece here. Give you a little rough idea of scale. Not bad. One thing I do like though, except for the fact that they're hollowed out in the backs of the legs, they do have a little plug in the backs of the calves. That is where the larger gun peg comes into play. The barrel faces toward the feet. That plugs right in there. And then you can, well, you can keep it in there. Transform it and store the gun while in truck mode. One thing I know that bothered a lot of people was storing weapons in the vehicle mode or alternate mode and having no place to. So weapon storage is kind of nice. I wish it had a trailer, but that would probably be another model kit in itself. Overall, not bad. I'd give it maybe a 6 out of 10. Pick it up though; it's like $3. Special shout out to CapturedPrey.com and Sidecutter for hooking me up with this at SligoCon. Once again, this has been Moroni Prime, wasting your time.